What do we got tonight? We got ourselves Jointers. Gonna be first up. Got himself that green. Actually, what is that? Oh, I really like the Demon Hunter stuff going on there. But Jointers gonna be again in the opener versus Squippy as a Necrolar Fellow. Got himself a Resale Jointers with an evasion, dodging that opener ring as Squippy trying to see if he can turn a fast one on him. Getting a shot, breaking through a flesh cut with a cheap shot to follow. Jointers with the Shadow Blades. I don't know if that was a Shadow Blades proc or a real Shadow Blades. It looks like it was just a proc as Squippy trying to go for a roll, trying to discombobulate Jointers and then maybe potentially bounce on him yet again. Doesn't have a proper stun. There goes a bash of the Jointers, getting some dots up in there. That's Squippy just trying to see if he can get some pressure that sticks on the Rogue. Rogue got himself a full blind, looking for a full reset. And Squippy could potentially be in trouble. Does have a trinket. Him utilizing the trinket at the right time is going to be super important. No more blind by the Rogue, so you can't just get blinded into a complete reset. Into a redo. As Jointer just getting aggressive. Quick bear form for Squippy. Does get himself a little bit of more survivability. Does he play the natural order legendary, which is a tank leg when he goes Barskin while in bear form, he gets himself quite a bit of a heal. Squippy hoping to get some calm points off of Jointers. All he could essentially hope for is just get some dots damage and maybe potentially lock down a stun onto Jointers. Shadow meld out of the Rogue. Actually got himself a bit of a reset. Squippy does not really chase. He's going to back up out of there. In fact, is actually just trying to see if he can kind of sort of for a second stay away from Jointers. Just trying to keep him tagged. Bear form, pre-expecting, pre-forming the burst out of the Rogue. The Rogue is not deterred. He's just going to go for full burst. That's going to be back-to-back of Squippy as he goes for a bark skin. Was that a heal wall on bark? I didn't quite notice. Trying to go for a bash onto Jointers, but looks like he naturally dodged it? Or what was that on the ability? Either there was a proper bash and the Rogue just naturally avoided it with the natty dodge. Just rolled a 20 on that one. Or it was some other ability. Maybe it was like a maul. I know that when you get like a PvP sound as a Feral Druid, when you go in bear form, you get a new ability that does percentage damage of someone's health. Maybe that's what that was. But it looked like a proper like bash animation. So I could be wrong on that one. Sabbath and Squippy as Jointers does get himself a reset. That was Berserk out of Squippy though. When the Rogue is not really panicking whatsoever. Quick roar into a Cyclone. Potential Squippy could go for a flash cap. That's exactly what he's going to go for. Just trying to make sure he got himself a shield. Isn't Catherine potentially could get aggressive. Does get a resell opener versus Jointers. Putting some dots on there. Thorns to follow. Just letting those dots do work with the Kevin Slime. And Jointers just had to take the damage. Does get himself a sippy cup rolling. He is carrying. So he could always just deal with those dots quite easily. Squippy with yet another re-opener. Just trying to keep the bleed pressure on the Rogue. Trying to deny him any kind of restells. And there goes a reset for Jointers for just a second. Has dots rolling in, and those dots are gonna get him on a stealth. And Squippy's fast enough, he could potentially get him. Squippy, I see he's playing a Savage Roar build, so he's playing for more like constant damage build rather than for like a bursty build. Gonna be a quick interrupt on that regrowth. Squippy does not have a flesh cut, it looks like, but does get himself a frenzied region while he's in bear form. Flesh cut is up, no way for the Rogue to interrupt it. Does get himself full shield. This way he could get counter aggressive. The cat form is available. No basket on Berserk for just a little bit. Could potentially go for a big finisher and get himself a Berserk going. Just try to keep the dots rolling on the Jointers. He does have a Berserk right now. Could potentially just close the gap. Root onto the Rogue. Could go in there. He knows there's going to be a sap. No way! Yo, Squippy went for a root, but apparently it doesn't put you in combat, and that lets the Rogue get a proper sap. At least he was in bear form flesh cup, so it's not like he's out of position in a bad spot or anything. But just that sap, this Rogue is just waiting for it, man. Just a quick one. Oh my god. Squippy was doing maybe way too careful looking at himself out of comment. Get a shovel in the combo. Barskin available. Does not have a trinket. This guy potentially huge burst on Jointers. Does he do it? Big frenzy reach on emergency heal for Squippy. Jointers continue to get mad damage. Does not get the crits it needs. And Squippy does recover from this barely. That's going to be quick maim onto Jointers. Has the chicken for it. Maim want to use it right now. Looks like he's just going to take the damage. Got himself, I think, a quick sippy cup. If he has himself a sippy, then no more bleed should be on him. Squippy back in bear form with Thorns up and running. Jointers with the Cloak of Shadows. That is going to fall off right now. Jointers got himself a little bit of health recovery as well. I think that was a sippy cup for him. As we're finally hitting that dampening little by little. Bash of the Rogue. Still holding on to trigger. Going to be a quick finish shot. Onto Squippy. No way out. I think it's going to be over. Oh my goodness. I feel like, man, that's a hard one. This is where you kind of just need to be, I don't even know, you got to be knowing when to be aggressive against a Rogue right now is very, very difficult because Rogues, man, are just nutty. Drowsy's lock is going to be up next. Try to see if you can make Affliction work. Affliction got some buffs with a patch 9.2.5. Quick Fear AoE on the Jointers, just trying to load him up with dots. No more cloak by the Rogue. So for Drowsy, this is going to be a perfect opportunity. Maxing out all his dots. It's going to be Dark Glade and everything. It's going to porch next to Jointers. Jointers with advantage. See how his mad dots rolling on him. Drowsy does go for a rune of casting. And those dots are going to get Jointers out in the open. Every time he catches himself a reset behind the pillar, though, there's going to be a shield, and that shield is going to absorb quite a lot of that dot damage. Jointer's just trying to avoid Drowsy as best as possible. That Dark Glare not really giving him much of an opportunity. Looks like Jointer should be able to get himself at least a bit of a reset, as the stun, I think, went around the corner, but didn't quite catch the rogue. The dot's still on him, trying to see if he can recover food from Seamark. Is he able to do so? Kid the shot. Drowsy does go for a defensive. Dark Bag did get buffed. That's going to be a wall, though. Trying to see if he can tank up all this damage. A lot of defensive burn all in single go. And Jointer's just looking to get the hell out of there. Did burn a Shadow Blade, so I guess maybe Drowsy popped himself a Dark Pack, saw the Shadow Blades, was like, you know what, maybe I should layer in a wall just to make sure I'm extra safe, because you can die through the rogue Shadow Blades. Just like that. Sap as Drowsy just got, he just spent time getting beat up by the rogue. He went out to drop down port. He literally got sapped immediately. Get a shout out to Drowsy. Big chicken for Drowsy, has to go for it as he gets slow, and that's going to be mad damage out of the rogue. Drowsy with no help whatsoever, unless the man had a drain build right then and there. There's only so much you can do with Chicago, trying to see if he can charge out, shut down the rogue. So far, this rogue has had himself a hell of a game. Is that an urgent spike on the Chicago? Big LA Blast, and Jointers does find himself a low health whatsoever. What was that spike? What is that damage? Going to be a quick shadow mill by the rogue. Chicago could potentially pick up the eye, is on the hunt right now. The eye on the right-hand side, not chasing after the rogue immediately. Going to be an opener onto the pet. Chicago Trinket says they're going to be stunned by the rogue into a Sunder. Does get himself a big chain harvest to follow versus Pointers. Jointers. Keep calling them Pointers. Going to be an early spike. Jointers can't really go anywhere. Needs to maybe take down the totem if he wants to be able to escape. The Chicago with mad blast on the Jointers doesn't really give him much opportunity as the rogue gets himself a vanish. Oh my god, this rogue's with escape tools. That would have been over, but the rogue has yet another escape. And Chicago needs to go for another set of eyes if they want to stay proactive here. Never needs to find a way to pre-wall the rogue's opener or have something rolling for him, something available, anything. Seeing that there's going to be no kid shot just yet, expecting it, Ghost was up and running, didn't pre-wall this one, but honestly, how could you know the rogue is going to be able to do that, man? And this is going to be a hunter with Kargat, trying to see if maybe we can lock the rogue down. Going to be immediate cheap shot by the rogue, and just taking the momentum. Big Shadow Blades, massive eviscerate burst onto Kargat. That's going to be a flame shot kills just to follow. Does Jointers have a way out? It's going to be blind to Kargat. Do the pets catch up to him? He has dots rolling, but I think he should be able to get himself a quick escape, summoning up a steward to get himself yet another sippy. Flare does get the rogue out in the open. Kargat, did he hit Seamark? Oh no, he hit the DK, I think. So like, accidentally. I don't think he meant to. But it's gonna be a camo. Man, what is that burst out of this rogue, dude? Also, by the way, what is the burst out of Chicago? I feel like I guess any of the class Chicago, like if the rogue just didn't have this many escape tools, Chicago, we would have been able to see like the crits. Those LA blasts were popping. Those were mad critties. That was awesome. What was normal build? Rogue dies? That's a good, Billy. That's a good, my man. I feel you in that, though. I feel you. I feel ya. Yeah, it's rough, man. It's rough, dude. Rogues are so tanky. I don't think... I gotta look at the talents for Dragonflight again. Are they getting a lot of the same tanky tools? They are getting a stealth shield. I think those the only spec that's even getting a stealth shield. But I don't think they're getting nearly the same tanky... I could be wrong on that one. I gotta take a look at it. See just how tanky rogues are looking in Dragonflight. Because right now, the third season, not even the final season of Dragonflight or Shadowlands, they are blasters. Oh my god. Unless you have a trinket. He just did that through relentless. He doesn't care. This rogue is literally relentless. Gonna be a cheap shot by Airless. Try to see if he can turn it around back on Jointers with an evasion. He does dodge that. Next eviscerate by Airless. Airless got himself evasion as well. But is he gonna be the one going down? Disarm with a blind on Jointers. Has a trinket in case he needs to. And Jointers does not have a blind of his own, so he could potentially trinket, but that's about it he could do. Gonna be, oh, vanishes, escapes out of there with a cloak of shadows, trying to make sure he doesn't take the damage through the resonator. My goodness. No. Quick stab at the Jointers. Arrow is trying to make sure he doesn't give him a break. He wants to make sure that he takes him down so that his team too actually gets a bit of a revenge. Cheap shot onto Airless, immediately Trinket, get a shot on Jointers, has a Trinket for it as well. Cheap shot or after, whichever one gets the most crits is going to be winning this one. Looks like Jointers picks up a blind in the last second for Airless, unless Jointers makes an obvious mistake. Airless, I think, could potentially win this. Jointers, I think, so far. I mean, it's on the platter for him, man. It's his advantage. It's his home field right now. He got the rogue all sapped up. No Trinket available, unless Jointers makes mad mistakes right now. It could be over. Big eviscerate, does a bit of damage. Gonna be a disarm. Oh, No, disarm for Errorless in between those stones. You gotta be airtight. Errorless gets himself an escape. He gets himself a winning condition right here. He actually was able to lock down the rogue. That's gonna be cheap shot. No more DRs. If Errorless gets himself fatty crits, he might be okay. Gonna be a quick stealth for Jordan, but Errorless is keen on his attacks. He is keen on his defenses. Is keen. He knows that these rogues run away from the thick of the fight, and Errorless does take him down. I can't believe it. That was, dude, Errorless is living up to the name. Literally Errorless. That disarm in between the stunts. I mean, for Jointers, it's a punishing game. It's a punishing thing. Oh my god, man. That is so good. Carly is going to be out next. Errorless coming out, give him a quick bow. Just so like, hey, we're dueling each other. Give him a quick bow and he's back behind pillar immediately. He wanted to make sure that he is able to say, hey, hi, how you doing? But I want to start in stealth. So Carly's got an opportunity to pick up the eye that could potentially get the opener onto Errorless. Errorless gets a cheap shot onto Carly, trying to see if he can pressure him with the Kyrian. They're going to be immediate disarm as Carly gets out of that CC. Another cheap shot to follow right after, and Errorless is trying to make sure he's maximizing the crowd control. Carly had no hope whatsoever. Blind as he go for a shadow step. Chicken out of Carly. Do they potentially get the damage on Errorless? There's going to be a resonant chicken. Errorless, I don't know if he's got. Oh, he just slammed him down really quickly. Oh, he was given an opportunity just to go for one eviscerate, and he took it. Oh my god. Yo, Errorless. This man right here, right now, he's bringing it back to his whole team, dude. He watches his whole team get blasted by Rogue and is trying to see if he can use the same power, the same strength to come back. Seaver's my man. What is going on? What is this? That's a hell of a mug. I noticed that a lot of, dude, when I look at the arcane mages over on Drustvar to like look at their mogs and look at what everybody's looking like, dude, all arcane mages have the wackiest mogs ever. I swear to God, you guys are all goobers. It's almost like you guys all shop at the same Halloween store. I don't understand what's going on. Every arcane mage that I know that's at the top end of the game right now, nobody has a serious mog. Everybody has like a funny mog. Every one of them. They're all very, very funny. But I like it. I think it's really cool. It comes with the class, comes with the spec. You play arcade, you're underrated, you lose your mind, then you're wearing your underwear in an arena. But I like the way it looks though. Errorless is going to go for a sap for Steve. Like that is an arcane mage, so for a rogue, generally a mage is close matchup. As an arcane mage, you're not quite fire mage, you're not quite meta like that, but you definitely do have some interesting potential. And Steve is literally backpedaling towards Errorless. Literally just backpedaling towards the guy. Wait, you also got yourself an arcade familiar? Is that good? Or is it like a meme? I don't ever see people use arcade familiar. Seaverk knows he can't really play with Errorless. He knows that if he tries attacking the rogue, he's just going to re-stealth. So it's basically really up to whenever Errorless wants to actually play, or whenever the eyes are available. And Seaverk is going to hit him with a Nova. Polymorph by Seaverk, but it's going to be Smoke Bomb. Errorless trying to see maybe if he can deny it. Errorless does have a trick in the case, and he's going to be a massive Arcana Sphere. Does he get a yacht? Oh, close, close, close. So close. If you didn't dodge that at the right time, that could be real bad. But Arcana Sphere is interesting. Immediate chicken for Seaverk. Does have himself a lot of time. That's going to be Errorless trying to see if maybe he can get himself a setup for Seaverk. It's going to be a blind for Seaverk. Does have a chicken for it. Has himself all the time. He's going to be able to be put back in the same spot. Errorless is aware of where he's at. Should the power to get the rogue out. Does not get a proper re-stealth. No quick shadows. Does Seaverk maybe get himself some big damage. Trying to go for another touch of magic. It's a Polymorph for Errorless. Another Arcana Sphere. Does himself the biggest go here possibly, potentially. Mad Burst onto Errorless. Big Arcane Blast to follow. Barrage after does end up taking him out. Oh my goodness. You really have to play out of the box as Arcane Mage, man. To win those and anything really in PvP, you have to be really have some out of the box thinking. It's such a weird spec, but I love it. Boys, let's get another one going, dude. That was such a good turnaround by that rogue, man. Errorless living up to his name.